Mm-hmm. Spring. $45. It's Thursday, and I have no schedule for today. Check. Just in case. Yes. I haven't slept that well, so I'm a bit tired. I thought about continuing Gamifying Politics project, but then now I would like to go over some rules. Rules of how much IRAC, what I should be focusing on. What is the development? What does it look like? Yesterday I was with my friends for many hours, and that kind of reset it brain a little bit. But let's start with improving productivity. Improving productivity. And what else could I do? Arabic and Chinese. Yesterday, as I said, I was with my friends, and maybe I don't know if it's not really something I couldn't talk, but maybe I'm not going to go in too much detail here, but it's related somehow to Arabic language. I want to talk with real people who speak Arabic, want to practice, but of course there is something I can do myself, and I should do. But having that real person to talk to practice with is very interesting, and very much I would like to do that. So I want to initialize Arabic learning. This is something in the past I would have spent way too much time on, because it's not in any way necessary. I really doubt that this would be a big part of my life ever, but it doesn't matter that I still want to learn it. It's so, well, I wrote it here. I'm learning Arabic to understand the Quran and the culture. This is a gateway to Muslim culture, Arabic culture. Chinese, as I have explained that more, is very clear. It's a gateway to Chinese culture that is quite quite immense. And also Chinese is sort of a gateway to Korean and Japanese as well. But I'm not going to focus on them too much. But it would be nice to start this initialize actually drawing. Initialize these tasks that I can easily do throughout the day, as I have set in my previous plans that I'm yet to start executing, but yeah, there are many things here. Understanding the world, social media, reading fiction. Right now, because I'm doing so much at once, I think just improving productivity, these included, is just good. And drawing, which represents creativity, that's also very good. Iraq focus is the biggest one by far. And put it there. Iraq is now the biggest question mark and biggest potential. And then Gamify Politics I will do off the stream, of course. I might also business. What was the term I used? Business plan, receiving opportunities. Yesterday I updated my CV, which was good, nice, but I want to go over my LinkedIn profile, update that, also go to GitHub, update that. That's something I could do also here. It's not, maybe it's related to this. Sure, it is. So LinkedIn, and this is my plan, at least. This I think is the most important ones. And then after this, after I have updated the ones that I already have to show, then website is the next, I feel. And it shouldn't take too long to do all of these. Get the website rolling, the process rolling, and create similar idea about it, like Chinese or Arabic, that hey, I can do 15 minutes a day there and there. But now let's go to improving productivity. I have new ideas that I want to. Should I change these categories? Let me think about this quickly. So I have random, life management, entertainment. Entertainment is no longer needed. Maybe. I thought that I would play some games, say League of Legends, but that's not going to be part of the stream. And if it is, then random is. is the way to go. So that I can take off. Skills and knowledge. Okay, let me do this first. So life management, changing stream cat include. Okay, I have them here. OBS texts, entertainment, life management. I guess it just says, no, it doesn't. Okay. Hold this open, yeah. So if I open this, think about it. Attempt away skills and knowledge. Learning Arabic, Chinese, there go there. Drawing, that's good, that goes there as well. Output is very clear. If I, although is out clear. What's the difference between output and life work? If I, okay, output away, yes, because that is life work. If I create a presentation, that's life work. Even if it's, and if it's just purely practice, it's skills. What could be output? If I do a video, edit a video, that's life work. That's some message that I want to tell. And if I practice video editing, that's skills. So output off, entertainment off. Life management. Where would I put IRAC? IRAC, skills and knowledge. This is of course life management. Okay, so life management, what I mean by that is it's something that doesn't show outside. Skill is something I have to create output, create life work. Skill is how I'm able to draw some picture. Skill is how I talk. What is my current level of fluency in English? And knowledge as well. It's something about the world, but knowledge about myself is not, it doesn't belong there, because no one benefits from that. IRAC belongs in life management, because it's not a skill. I don't show it to anyone else. I will make videos about it. I will continue talking about it. And that would go to life work, because I feel that many could be interested or would be interested to hear, understand how I think, but in terms of my usual life, it's not a skill. It's indirectly, if I focus on Iraq, I indirectly make the skills better. So entertainment and output off. Has there been, I close that, do I have the log here? Just curious, how much have I used all of these lately? Life management, life work, yes. Business, that's good, I like it. Text, improving productivity. It's better. Yep, about my latest self-developments, going through the plan for this stream, ending the stream, shopping for the phone holder, update on development of raising my productivity. Okay, that was wrong. That was going through the stream's plan, ending the stream, searching for it. How is that life management? Okay, is that life management? New phone holder, shopping. It's not this. Equipment. It's not directly, but it's not life management. Is it? Should it be on random? I can change the names. I can change the name. Maybe it belongs to random. If I do some shopping, if it is something related to belongings. I manage my life. Although, maybe, okay, I think in those situations it's not that strict. Creating dream, life vision, updating life after change, decisions, life rework, planning what's next, reset music data. Life management, yes, it is. Deleting music data, okay. Intro course, life work, where I'm in my self-development now, doing intro, developing my website. Developing my website. That's a good one. Now I think, remember that I maybe have this written somewhere. To do. I have life management, skills and knowledge, output, pretty pitch website. Okay. Where should my website be? I think it is in life work, yes. Everything that was on output is now on life work. Because the mindset there is, I'm not doing this for myself. Or, okay, I will enjoy it, but the focus is always how this will help someone else. How this will help humanity. But yeah, now that I remember that output also my look, physical appearance, clothing style, that goes under helper of humanity, which goes under life work. That's good. That is good. Iraq doesn't go here. His skill, but communication, that is there. Studying, following news, yes, drawing. Output no longer necessary. Life work. Let me just looking opportunities, my own business. Game from politics is there. That's an odd one, because it really is in, yeah, this doesn't belong there, as it is more important to life work. It's not business. Everything that I do with my life work, I can get money from. So, but that should be a focus here. And as I said, everything here is now under life work. But if I start being more active on anywhere, TikTok, it's life work. I want to communicate my thoughts. And even if I do some entertainment, I start dancing, probably not going to happen, but it can happen, then it will be under my brand, or the helper of humanity life character. I'm still, but that's very nice. Getting rid of output, simplify this, and getting rid of the entertainment that's not here. And I can remain the categories I have. That I have here: life work, life management, business. Just taking this way. Remove. Sure. So now I have life work, life management, business skills, friend. 5. That's very nice. I'm gonna get rid of them from here as well. Should have a config file. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Change the config. Is the order correct? I would say, let me do this instead. Life management goes there. Then there is skills and knowledge. Then like this, then random here. Getting rid of this. That's cleaner. Okay, that's great. Even if it seems very small change, for me, it's necessary. It's very good. It's the same thing. I put 2 items on sale. One will be bought. It's the hat when I graduated. I don't think they have suddenly changed the style when you graduate from high school. You join these exams. It's not mandatory, but most will. Maybe I bought that for 40 euros, 30 euros, but I just put it as 10 euros, but hey, okay, come get it. There might be someone who just wants profit. They buy it from me for 10 and then sell it for 20. I don't really care. I just want it off, away, and then I put my bright light to sale. I first thought 10 euros as well, but then as I looked at the receipt, I actually paid 75 euros for that 2.5 years ago. So I put 30 euros, but that's something I don't think, or it's very likely no one will buy that because it's getting lighter. It's not that dark anymore. Usually the late months of autumn are the darkest, and then people might use, and I have used, bright light, but it's not mandatory really. It can help with the depression because the light is so little that it affects our biology and mood, which can cause or worsen depression. But this time of the year is not perfect for selling that, but I just put it there as 30 euros. If no one will buy it, then it's fine. It's not that large. I can keep it with me and very easily just hand it over to some of my friends. Hey, in a few months, like October or November, put this on sale, get some profit for yourself, and give like 20 euros for me if you sell it as for 30 or something. So next autumn, someone will buy that. Now it's not the best season. Let's go to why am I on skills and knowledge? I think I'm not. Life management. Okay, yeah. Just thought I was. Category will be changed to life management. And what was the improving productivity? Something I could also do is update to do. So go over and start prioritizing the system. It's not very good. I want to talk about IRAC usage. Where is my productivity? Should I clean this right away? I don't like this. So I should have there just a folder for this. Shouldn't take long. So I will clean the okay. That was the first one. Go over this. So have some research using AI board. AI is a skill. If I consider it categories, it's not like I also no, it is life work as well. I guess it can be both. It can be both. Okay, that communication. Okay, the thing is, AI is very big part of life work. It's big part of the stuff that I want to think about. Philosophy is very close there. Programming is not. It's a tool, it's a skill. But this is a larger concept and everything. Is it okay if I put AI separately to life work folder and then keep other technical nodes somewhere else? I think it's fine. So let me create this life management. Life work. Business is there. Skills. And these names will be folder names. It's important not to leave any gaps like here. If I rename this, I don't know. Will it screw over my GitHub repository? Might. But it's important to not have, here it doesn't matter. But this is very large image. I want to see what's with that. So on GitHub, it's just extra 40 megabytes if I remember correctly. Shouldn't happen. That's terrible name. Can I rename the Obsidian Vault? Isn't that okay. Oh, Wait. What do I have in... Ah, okay. Now I remember. So on my GitHub, I have repository called, what was it? Top repositories. Stream nodes. Stream nodes. Why do I have stream nodes? That's a terrible name. Can I rename it? If it's my whole Obsidian Vault, my nodes, doesn't have to be stream. I will change that later. Yeah, I was confused. Maybe I remembered shortly that I have only this on. I have only this on GitHub, but no, I have everything. So that means should be able to change this. Let's see if I rename it. Although it's my Obsidian Vault. This will break immediately, maybe. So life work without life work here. Trust others. Oh, what was that? It's fine. And now I want to... AI pub still works. And is this deleted, added YouTube stream nodes? That's good. But, okay, but that works. That's the most important thing. And keep this maximized. Good. So I have no, okay, yeah, okay, I remember. So this, I thought, why was this so large image? This is a map of computer science. It's not updated AI or what is it? Artificial intelligence, natural language processing. I don't remember when was this made. Maybe it's not necessary anymore. Although it's just 0.5 MB, not that large canvas. I think the SVG I'm not using anymore. I have these two large nodes, docs. Do I have Word here? Why do I have Word? Microsoft, what? Just quickly go see what do I have here. Among Us. I never thought. I guess Microsoft doesn't. Edge. Enterprise. Okay. Teams. Just deleting that word. So it's probably in M, Microsoft. How can it recommend it without having Word here? What? Settings are garbage. But these are the notes. Ah, wait. Ah, okay. I thought that. So in this file, I take notes about from YouTube crash course. No? Channels computer science playlist or videos. And it's almost 4 years ago. There are a lot of images here. That's probably the reason for the large size. I don't think I will change these nodes, but it might be interesting that if I somehow at some point decide, hey, I want to know a little more about the computers, how they work. This might do something. I think if I could create a PDF from this. I still have it. That will immensely improve the, hopefully. Export directly as PDF. I'm curious, what will happen if I compression quality 90%, that's fine. Say what happens, how large will it be? So 40 megabytes and the PDF is 6 megabytes. So I will get rid of this, do the same to that other. It's not necessary to have this large. This is the notes that I took for a microprocessor course that I took. These are from the books. At some point I didn't want to write anymore, so I just started to copy paste or take these screenshots. But if I ever use this, I will do the same here. And see microprocessor course notes. How large will that be? What is this? What is a microprocessor? It's almost as large. Why? To be honest, if I were to continue studying, I need the material. Do I have that? I don't think I have this book anymore. It was online. I could check. Nothing valuable will be lost. I will delete this. It's fine to start over. It is fine to start over, because even if it is very small thing that it still takes space. This is SVG. Don't think I need that. Compatible mode. Export image. So large canvas, that's fine. And this was the Yeah, let's delete that as well. Went here. That's nice. Let's start by communication is skills and knowledge. Self-development, definitely here. Programming is skills and knowledge. Research, skills and knowledge. Tools. Tools and skills and knowledge. Web. What? Website notes. YouTube stream notes. That's on life work. This will be here. Algorithms, computer science, draw, EA intro course, there, FFM back from personal, it's life management, sure, large canvas. Oh, it automatically created it. Okay, that's fine. Learn software. Life rework. So history. I would put it there. Life work. What do you mean life work? Life work notes. Linux. Music. Music is culture. Though, wait. Ah, it goes here. Knowledge, yes. Yes. Basic images. To do life management, vision, life management, microprocessor, Windows shortcuts, skills and knowledge. These are images, large canvas. I think it belongs here. But this SVG, I had tried to think, why did it do that? So do I have on Excalibur settings that it automatically creates? So every autosave. Appearance behavior. Render as image when embedding. Image type in markdown preview. Using Wikilink. Export settings. Wait, what? Ah, it's here. I would ask AI very quickly. Just Scalitro enable. Can you show it? When turned on, the plugin will automatically update the file name of the SVG and PNG file when drawing. Same folder is renamed. Automatically create an SVG export the drawing. Okay. So now if I delete this and go here, do some change, and then save. Doesn't, okay. That is great. I would put that in life management. Then all of this go here. New folder, screenshots. So then we'll remember the relations. Small steps, small steps. But that's done. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't clean this. That's fine. This view already is great. So next will be life management and improving. Was it again? Here. Improving productivity. AI. What? Create new base. Switcher. How can I even... Ah, there. Bookmarks. Publish. Improving productivity. Great. Improving productivity. Let's go to self-development notes. Just gonna bring it here and delete this. Doesn't seem important. History. So I think I have my vision. It's there already. I have my vision. Pin. To do should also be pinned all the time. Large canvas. To do. First to do maybe vision, the large canvas, stream. Probably like this. And that shouldn't be there. Let's keep this as clean as possible. English could also be always open. Just here, communication and English. Pen. So these two I need. Let's save this workspace. This will be new main. Override it. Good. It will always start with, actually, we do this, maybe this. It starts here, and then I can easily create a new one or replace this. Contemporary. Everything automatically goes to source mode. Productivity. Let me this is just a vision. The idea about this file is it can contain everything or anything, any unrealistic visions, plans, but the actual change will happen with this self-development, and that's right. Should never be. Why should I do this? Yeah, big change will happen on GitHub, Git repository. So self-development, this should have the plan, the actual plan that, hey, do this, that I will continue updating, but this is more casual. What I have knows the potential. I would say that here I have a new idea, or new ideas. That what maybe I will write this directly. What this means, I thought about yesterday. I was with friends, we hung out, very interesting night and conversations, but I left my home around 7 p.m. and came just after midnight. So what does it mean? It's 5 hours. I spent around 5 hours there, and from my life work point of view, was it productive? I did learn some things. I developed myself in some way there, but that 5 hours I could have spent more productively. So what's the matter? Yeah. Is there a problem? I have thought about how, with using iRack, I can use it on the go when I go to buy groceries. I can still keep thinking about every problem, or kind of never go away from work while I do the dishes or go to the grocery store. But that I can also do with friends. But it's something that is not, I don't know anyone else who does this, who goes to hang out with someone and works there. I don't mean I would take my laptop and say, hey, let's have fun, and then during breaks I take my laptop and start working or continue working. That I would spend each moment, free moment, I would just think about my work again and then come back. Why can't I do that? That's an interesting idea. Or maybe if I go to an event which spans 5 hours, let's say there is the event, starts here, so let's say 3 p.m. then ends around 8 p.m. It's 5 hours. And what does that mean is when I consider this going to this event, I see this 5 hours. This is how long it will take. And then I compare this to something else. What I could do instead, maybe I could work on 10 different problems. But what if I don't consider this as 5 hours? That I go there and for the first 30 minutes, I socialize. Then at some point, there is maybe eating 1 hour. And then in the end, more socializing for 1 hour. But what if I spend these middle sections doing work, that I politely say that, hey, I will now take a little break from this. I'm not going to leave the building or the event. Maybe I commute there or travel there for some time. I'm not going to leave home and come back every time. No. But I could say, I'm just going to go to the background and work a little bit. Is that weird? Yes. As I said, I have never really seen anyone do this. Of course, if there is some important work, that's understandable. That, hey, you have to work, you have to finish this or respond to this email, respond to this call or something. That's understandable. But in my case, I wouldn't really have to, but I would want to work. And the idea here is, who cares? Who is the person who says you can't come here if you cannot concentrate on this for this long? It depends on the situation. If the event is huge, of course, it's easy to just leave. But if it is, if it's just a few people, like yesterday, it's kind of weird. I go into someone else's place, hang out, and then I would say, hey, I would like to work. Although in that situation yesterday, I could have left much earlier. I could have said, hey, I don't have that much time. I need to work on other stuff. It's understandable. Everyone agrees that it's totally fine to say I have around an hour that I can stay. I have always been very bad at leaving. I think they also sensed it yesterday that maybe I should have left earlier. I don't know. They didn't signal it in any way, and they were really keen to keep going with the conversation and culture exchange in a way. But this is about an event more. That there are some happenings like that dinner maybe. So becoming this person who can do this and who people learn to feel okay about. And this is sort of pushing the boundary a little bit, going beyond what's normal, and then I can come back, I can find the balance, or I will find the balance. I just wanted to mention that I thought about how how I could leverage empty moments and relocation way better. Now I want to think about self-development. If I ask my subconsciousness right now, what is my decision on self-development? What do I do? How do I figure out my plans? Then I don't get any response. My subconsciousness answers doesn't know. And that's a problem. If I'm tired, I don't have a high level of consciousness, I can't work. The plan is not working because I don't know it that deep level. So let's change that. First I will go through this, how I stream. Yep, too much. Self-development notes. I would say it's not important to keep these. Also, I have them on Git. I realized they are still there. What to change? Focus less on talking and teaching. I know this. So it's not a problem anymore. Good. Let's move on. How I learn. I don't have a clear enough goal when trying to learn. Sure, that I can improve. I can go too deep into the topic without coming back. I lose control. Trying to think about this as a development target. It's necessary. It's quite basic. Topic without coming back. I lose control. No, I would word this differently if I want, but now let's just remove it. This is also very simple, but what to change? Instead of focusing primarily on the topic itself, focus on the control. So the bigger picture is large plan, goal, okay. Sub goals, first glance, ask questions. How do I reach the goal? Should I use some other source or tool? Feynman technique, can I teach what I just learned? Create a scenario where someone asks or expects my answer. AI is pretty good at this as well. I could say, hey, I have learned this. Can you, or test it? Create me questions. Let's have a conversation about this. That's what I don't leverage enough. Mindset from doing the minimum to doing what I want. I think this is not relevant anymore. Doing the minimum. Who, what am I waiting for? Okay. This explanation is quite clunky, but I have fixed it already. Good. IRAC. Visual imaginary structure inside my head that I use to build knowledge, to easier create higher level thoughts and to remember better. When did I write this? IRAC. Do I have it? IRAC shouldn't be there. Where are my IRAC thoughts? Maybe I don't have them. I have used the large canvas so much. That feels weird that I didn't have that there, but let's pin this quickly and let's go this back. that goes there, like this. No need to explain anything here. I forget to use it. That's a problem. That's a critical problem. Using it requires consciousness. I know how much energy it consumes, how difficult it feels. Example, in 10 minutes, create a speech. So pushing the limits of it. So I forget to use it, that's one problem, but then it's difficult to use. It feels difficult to use. Good. Is there any reason ever not to open or use it? That's a good question. I feel very tired. Okay. So this is the reason why I started this stream now, or over an hour ago, was because I had planned that I do gamifying politics, but I realized I'm tired. And I haven't, or I didn't get that immediate understanding of what to do in this situation. Because yesterday I had a plan where I would continue the gamifying politics project, but then take breaks, use IRAC, continue working like normal. So exercising, training the correct workflow. But today I didn't feel that strong pull towards the life work, didn't feel the motivation, so this was the easiest option and more productive than just starting something in the old way. Is there a way to fix this? Make it easier to use, maybe. I will come back to this. First, I will prioritize everyone, or I will rework this. What could be a reason to use it that I can always use? So that I can. What could be a reason to use it so that I could always? And this is about logic. If I can logically say that it's possible and I want this, then it's just about finding the ways. AI. How do I use AI currently? General question, but can I answer this? No, so it stays here. What could I think at the moment being the ultimate way to leverage AI, also in the future? Asking about anything in separate window. Conversations are saved. No difficulties. Navigating always goes back to ready to write. Browser is bad. CLI best. Needs to be open at all times. Ask quick questions where I don't care about the history. Use separately from separate windows or separate windows. Having a constant conversation on. That's very interesting. So this is the future that would use a lot of energy, resources, and by that make the environment even worse, or the situation. But okay, so I have these categories. I don't need to set any priority titles, headings here. Just what are on the top are most important. Let me start reworking this. And the aim is to create small whole chunks and not long mixed thoughts. What do I mean is this is wrong. How do I use this? There are what? 5 different levels. What I want to see is just, hey, do this. This is the target. Self-development notes. Maybe this page has included more about the free idea change, but now I will change it to, or at least I start this with the to-do, and this I don't need. So there was a problem. What was the problem I faced today? Let's first start there. I was the scenario. I'm tired and I don't feel strong excitement. This is the core setting, and it means that I wouldn't be able to raise my consciousness, perhaps raise my excitement, and what I would choose to do are easy, or would be easy, and what I'm used to doing. So go with the habits that I don't have strength or motivation to consider what is the best thing to do. I feel that. And in the past, I would go watch entertainment already. So in this case, I'd like to sleep or not think about the plan, just go with habits. I would say that tiredness, that's the problem here. This happens a lot. It should happen every day. If I'm not tired at the end of the day, before I need to go to sleep, or I can go to sleep, I have done something wrong. I haven't lived to the full potential. More water. I realized that the microphone, what would be the best, of course, to not have this. Maybe I will buy another one. Table. Should I buy it immediately? Now when I'm thinking about it, let's put it here. Rework this after this probably. Buy a new microphone. But let's work what is my vision about this, if I'm tired. Maybe I haven't written it down here, but I have spoken about it many times. The goal is to do other or things that I can do in that condition and keep switching between the topic. I'm now working on two different documents. And this to rename immediately. Self-development. It's not notes. Maybe I will take that off. Self-development. Yes. It's cleaner. So now it's just self-developed, yes. What it was before. Everything should be in the vision. Vision is very far in the future, just some ideas what I would like to be able to do. And self-development, I will put only clear chunks, as I wrote before, clear development steps that I would always have. I could easily go and see, hey, what was my plan again? What should I focus on right now? And here I can put different categories that when I go out, focus on this, develop this. But the bigger vision is written here. Large. Life motivation. I want to collapse, that's why. is not needed, but it's good to have other. What I have, let you go beyond the norms. Pseudo access to the brain. Is this the vision? Vision is something I don't have. I know this. Who am I writing this to? Pseudo access to the brain. Again, I know this. Everything. I'm doing too many notes and not deleting them. So that's one development. Notes. There are no risks in changing the brain. I have explained that. It's a fact for me. Potential. IRAC. Increase the brain's clock rate, allow more energy usage. So these are good because they are, I have vision about them, but hey, I want to increase this. This I can always do more. Ability to be productive and use IRAC in any situation. This also is good. Potential IRAC itself, I know what it is. Requirements, scalability. I have developed that already. Life. Priority goes to control and development of itself. Any excess energy goes towards work. Yes. It needs to be self-evident if you want to lead your life. IRAC, life management. Goals. Set goals for each day, weekly goals, monthly, quarter. That's good. I want that. That's in the vision, but I haven't gotten it yet, so it's not working. Timer. I'm not using timer now. That's definitely something I should have. First, I will clean this. Then I will think about or start to put them to self-development. Work. What? One mode. Yes. Good. What will happen? Waiting for the next day. So this is also part of vision. Yes. Want to go sleep because of worse performance. Yes. Feeling that I have excess energy. Yes. Feeling. Yes. Knowing what I wanted to think about if I had the time, even 10 seconds. Sure. Wanting to use IRAC to see the bigger picture. Okay, yes. Being happy and excited because I have too many things I want to do. Being happy and excited because I have too many things I want to. Okay, I will leave this. I'm aware of often that I could be more productive, and I thought about this like 10 minutes ago, that if I should increase my excitement, should I smile more today doing this? But I think it's not necessary. I'm not trying to show that to anyone else. I am already doing this, so, and I want to do this. I don't need to artificially increase my excitement level. Where often that I could be more productive and energetic. Yes. Constantly making boring work exciting. Yes, these are the same. Keep going after every step. Yeah, I will find the balance of the greatest output value by switching between selected different type of work. That's important for that tiredness problem. I'm able to quickly switch between either switch where to focus on one mode. I know what my target is easily. Yes, that's the goal. I will naturally start doing from planning. Stopping this session is fine. Do I plan too much? Sure. It's not the problem anymore. I'm able to change the speed of my thoughts. What will my life look like from now on? When I wake up, during the day, during the evening? Those are helper questions to think about the vision. Boring. The vision, helper of humanity. Help anyone personally if I have the time. Help shape the world to become better. To make it better. People. The vision. People. Projects. Navigating the reality. Iraq. This is something that is not part of the vision itself, that I would need to change something. Iraq. Yeah. Stream. Can I take a pause and just not do anything? Yes. These are helper questions for this time when I wrote them. What if I lose all the videos? I don't care. Should I do more of these streams? Yes. Can I do stuff and things I can't show? What if I do something for 2 hours that I can't show? I can always wait for someone to come and reason why I shouldn't do this. Why do I stream? I document, sharing my thoughts, and that's great. The vision. Helper of humanity. Now let's go here. I could first go through this, because ultimately everything should first be here, and then I will wait. I think what I will do, I will take everything from this side to here and just go in order. And organize this, and then start putting it there. If I already have the notes, it's not a lot. I can just do them again. The potential. Increase the brain's clock rate. Allow more energy. These are very high level plans. Ability to be productive and use art in any situation. In other words, this is the social change instead of losing myself in social situations. I keep control. 4 years ago, I already started to think about this. Whether
during conversation I could have the Aira canvas open on the side, or where I could write my thoughts before I say them. I could store information that they say to me. So having a helper tool to not get lost into the habit of conversation. Because what happened yesterday, during that 5-hour period, I wasn't very conscious. I couldn't make any decisions. And I didn't have access to art. I didn't have access to anything. Although that was also because I still don't have very clear vision, so that it would have transferred into my subconscious thoughts that I could access during conversation. But yes, I very much know what this is about. And increase the brain's clock rate. This is very far in the future. This is constant. I can always improve this. But for now, right now, it's not important. If I have talked about the horizontal scheduling, that if I schedule, it's like this. I can decide what to do and how much, how long. That's step one. Right now, I don't do this very efficiently. I don't make the right decisions that, hey, maybe instead of doing 1 hour of something, I should do something else as well here. And just 45 minutes, 50 minutes is. So that's the first step to get that work. And then the other one is to move vertically, because there's no longer any space to develop here. And there comes the increasing brain's clock rate. But at this moment, best productivity, and it's much harder to move vertically. In my plans, I wanted to do both, increase the efficiency of work, but also become better at managing my life. So both at the same time, but this definitely is very, very difficult. It requires all the planning, all the infrastructure to work on their normal clock rate. This is the same when it comes to speech. If you don't know the language, you can't increase the tempo. Just when you know what to say, you are fluent enough and you can pronounce them without stops, then go for it. Allow more energy usage. This is something I can do more easily. Allow more energy usage. And this is actually maybe the priority here. This is about the tiredness, that if I'm tired but can't go to sleep yet, I will word it like this. Not really. if you go for a run, at some point your body says, hey, it's enough. It feels somewhat bad to continue. You can stop there. First signal, it's enough. You can stop there. But if you go beyond that, if you continue running, even though it's difficult, your body doesn't really stop you. It just signals that it continues the pressure, or it increases the pressure for you to stop. But there are so many safety mechanisms in the brain to not let you break yourself. So for 99% of the people, you can go and try to break your limits. You're not going to do that. Only those people who have already done that, push themselves over and over, they can break their physical limits as well. They can ignore that pain that the brain signals. But for normal people, it's not a problem. It's not a risk really. If you're just careful that not to break your ankle while running in the forest, you're too or start to compensate too much. If some part of the body feels worse than others, you can't just keep going until you break that. But if there isn't really any particular part that has the most difficulty, then you can keep going, probably. It will feel interesting later. You're not able to walk, but yes. So social change instead of losing. No, that's another one. So energy usage. Increase the energy. If the time is 10 p.m., I have 2 hours till I go to sleep. I'm not going to go to sleep then. I can push myself to do more. Maybe in the long term, it could create some burnout, but that's fine. That's fine. But I know that energy or tiredness is probably not because of real problem being tired, but rather what I'm doing. So changing the topic, changing the task. If I really can't think, I should do something physical that I can do. Or I could stand up and think using my hands. That's also something I have never digged deeper, but it helps to move, to walk here in my room, and yeah, it really gives energy. So this is important, that if I want to increase my productivity, this should be built on subconscious level. If I feel tired, immediately I know what to do. At that point, there is no room for increasing my consciousness and then start to figure out, okay, what's the problem? Okay, then I will wait until some practical thoughts come to mind and I make the change to allow this. This needs to happen in this sort of state of mind. How do I write it here? So self-development, this should be direct.
that I look at it, I know what to do. No questions asked. What is the way to improve this? Allow more energy usage. If I'm tired but not really increase the energy usage, I can practice. So what this really is, increase my excitement generally. Consider the task I'm doing and possibly other one I could switch into. The excitement generally, I can use the excitement to any task. Doesn't matter. These can be both done or just one. But I think that is simple enough. If I feel tired, first of all, I should already know I should have a good sense of my options and plan. That's important. Even before getting to this moment, I need to have the schedule. So the development can't happen in that moment, but before. If I find myself being tired and subconsciously couldn't say what am I doing right now and what is the next task, then I have failed. No need to put any stress on this and allow more energy usage. As with the clock rate, it is very high level of change of concept, but that excitement, I can do that. I can do that already. It takes energy, and that's why I'm now doing it. I'm saving it for the moment when I need it. Ability to be productive. Use Arak in any situation. Social change. Instead of losing myself in no. Let's create this energy usage. Condition, if tired, do this. Try or increase excitement and or not needed to say that there. Continue. No. Change the task. Or no need to specify. And in time, if I do this, if I feel tired, I do this. I increase my excitement level of what I'm doing currently. If that doesn't work, I change the task. And if I face the problem that I don't know, I can't do this, then I will figure it out why, and change it. If I can't do this, if I don't know what the task is, that's fine. This is not, then I have failed. But that's very, very clean, very, very simple. I like it. Ability to be productive and use hierarchy in any situation. Social change. Instead of losing myself in social situation, I keep control. What does it look like? I open hierarchy on, active, and can read, browse, navigate, build. So everything that I am doing with hierarchy, anyways, I should be able to do there. What is the next self-development step towards this goal from where I'm currently at? One problem is how do I remember it? How do I remember? How do I remember? If I use hierarchy my own while alone, it will eventually transfer to social. That's the plan. How do I practice this is there are many different in social. It's fine to have multiple choices here, I feel. Open hierarchy. Open hierarchy and sense how it could help this. That's one thing. Just open it. If I'm able to remember it, and open, and then think, hey, could I use hierarchy in some way here? Just having that question is important, because later I can use it. Did I really come up with anything? If I didn't, then I shouldn't even use it. In social settings, that is target. IRC. Improve productivity, get IRC working in social setting. Go over the come up with what does this mean is I could now think about past, maybe yesterday or any situation. Think about what conversation did we have, and then what did I respond? Could I have done better while using IRAC or with the help of IRAC? If so, then I would need to, or I would analyze and practice how it should have looked. That what areas of IRAC I would open. If I can't do that in this relaxed setting, then it's impossible to expect that I somehow would be able to do that in the moment. But this is first, I will start noticing the moments I could use IRAC in the social setting, kind of because I would later go over them. And if I had already initialized the times, then it's easier to remember it and get to that moment. That's enough. IRAC, life management goals. Set goals for each day. Weekly goals, monthly, quarter, yearly. What? Yearly? Quarter yearly. Okay. Quarterly. Timer. Schedule.
different time frames. So road map. Constantly creating and so coming up with the schedule, what will I do today, and if something happens, I can't do that, or some unexpected event occurred, I need to adjust the schedule. Both of these require the comparison. Being able to lay out the life, each major tasks, areas, and then compare them with each other to the life work, the helping of humanity. That's the vision. But of course, I need to do this. What are the steps here? So that's the goal. If I don't know what to do next, I have failed. Anything, get out of working, social setting, I don't care. It doesn't matter. This is priority one. I will put that there immediately. Schedule. For example, right now, do I have a schedule for the rest of the day? No, I have failed. And that's pretty easy to fix. If I don't know what to do, figure it out, or figure out why I can't figure out. Drop everything. So if I'm tired, I don't know what the schedule is, I don't care. That's the priority. Although then I would say I could use this, maybe increase the excitement level, but from now on this should never happen, that during a day I wouldn't know what to do. The schedule, it doesn't have to be minute or hour schedule. It can be just a very good understanding of maybe the top 3 priorities in my life. That whenever, it can be a rule, whenever I have free time, focus on or do gamify politics if I haven't done it for over 3 hours yet in a day. Just some rule I can follow. Then after that, hey, pick one of these options. Learn 15-minute Chinese, do some exercise, physical exercise, learn something else, read a book. And then after that, something else. So it can be a set of rules. In time, it will be. I'm not going to schedule my life that detailed in the future. That's not the vision. I already know it.
even next week, or I will gradually know more and more how and more detailed how my life will look like in the next week, month, year, 5 years, 10 years. Because the more I understand the world, the more I do this, that I consider the schedule, the priorities, it will get easier and easier. The vision is not that I'm going to, I would have to use each, or in each day, I would have moments when, or a moment, hey, I will go over this day's plan. No, that was planned maybe 2 weeks ago. I already knew what to do this day. Probably not, but at least the day before. Because I will repeat days a lot. They will look the same when I find the best balance that, hey, this work I should do at this hour, and mix these together. They go very well next with each other. That, hey, I do some physical exercise here, then work half an hour for this, and then something else. So I will figure out the optimal schedule and then just kind of follow that automatically. It's a habit of knowing what to do. But previously I have talked about those control sessions, and 4 years ago at this time I had already started scheduling my most successful scheduling period in my life. Yeah, still I will of course crush that in the hopefully long term, or short time future. Anyways, then I planned the day each morning. I started to create this habit where I woke up maybe at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. Then was it 8:45 to 9 a.m. I would create the day. I had an Excel document where I had put all the options, and then I just copy pasted to the schedule. It was very easy. It was very powerful. But after that spring period, I never similarly went back to that, or properly at least. I started to work on IRAC, and then I couldn't get over the idea that I wanted to use IRAC for scheduling from this moment on, or it was Mind Temple then. Of course, it didn't happen, at least not immediately. But yeah. Timer. That's very low level, small detail, but important. Because I don't have this self-development or to-do list schedule figured out yet. I don't feel that if I spend another 2 hours for this, that I would have failed. I'm not even trying to be productive. I'm trying to figure out where I will start building. But timer, very good small thing. Timer represents bigger idea, one task. Use timer. So if I start a task, whatever it is, how long will I do that? If I have when I have the schedule, of course I know that I would have 15 to 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 5 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 10 seconds. If it is like 15 minutes, use timer, know when to end. That's step one, I would say. But also create a goal. Know what is the goal. So what is the value I want to get from this? Goal is not yeah, I don't like the word goal or term, the idea. I have a goal. No, more importantly is the value after the goal. The goal is just, if I run a marathon, I don't care about anything else than that goal. The goal is set to people who work for you. Hey, this is your goal, just do it. I set goals for computer. That your goal is this. Don't think about what I will do it with it. But because I work for myself, this is self-development, I set targets for myself because I want some value. But it starts with the value. Know what is the value. That if I create a plan for Arabic, do this for 15 minutes a day, okay, I will do that. But I will lose the value, the goal, the real goal pretty quickly. I would start optimizing that. I would start looking at the clock, maybe slowing down because, well, the goal is just to spend 15 minutes browsing these files. That is the goal. No. The goal is the value. So what is the value? That's very important already. Use timer. And then these are of course the priority list. I might timer I'm able to many without stress. It's fine, it's not perfect. It represents a timer that what happened yesterday. I decided that I'm not gonna spend more than 2 hours max to towards the EA intro program. That was very good, because or the other example where I didn't do that was when I hang out with my friends. I didn't have any timer. I didn't set any back time that, hey, I really need to leave. That was my mistake. If I didn't have this life goal, I would just love to hang out with friends. That's one of the best things in this world. There are many people, like 4 groups, maybe even 5 groups that I could play or join board game night with. I don't have time for that. It's not in my life vision, bigger vision, to play board games. I already know the concept. That's enough. It doesn't change. A gamifying some element, okay, I could learn, but it's not high priority. So that was a mistake, to not knowing when to stop. And is it a task to hang out with someone? Yes. Know what is the value and the end. I can start with this, because then of course there are different techniques. I have that Feynman technique somewhere. This of course, yes, I would start practicing different ways to learn quicker, but now this, I think it's fine, but I will see that once I get to the end of the vision file. I'll take a break. Of course, that alarm went off. Right when I left. I'm interested to hear that. Could hear that. This. I don't think. No, you can't hear. Okay. So, let's move on. Schedule. Not IRAC, but just life management. one mode. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's really difficult. What's happening here? Right. It's really difficult for the brain to hop from one task to another, or does it just change the signal feeling as an excuse to think? Let's try to make this as a statement. Also, the value. Know what the value is. It's better. Word order, one mode. No matter what I do, or that's the statement. My life and thoughts are all connected, and it feels like I'm constantly working and living towards the same direction, no matter what I do or what I think. Or what I do. Maybe. Life and thoughts are all connected. It's really difficult for the brain to hop from one. Does it just change the single feeling as an excuse to think? So here I was wondering whether it's even possible, but it is. I'm very confident that I don't need to live by the social norm, the social pressure to be a different person in each setting. So it is possible. What is the development towards this goal? One mode. Single mode. No, one mode. So achieve this. What I need to do is just practice, I think. Set a from topic to topic using IRAC. So using IRAC, just browse to do anything really, just test it. If I can do that on my own, then when I go out, it's not a problem to continue there or integrate that into the one mode. What will happen? So waiting for the next day. So these are knowing what to do in different time frames. Waiting for the next day. excitement. That's not, I have already here increased my excitement generally. Be excited all the time. Should I write it like that? It's sort of a question mark, but at least I can, if I'm not super tired, yes, being excited is fun and good, but I don't need that for myself. It's something I can leverage or I can share to others. I can be the source of excitement, the energy. It's part of my helper of humanity character to be excited. So what will happen? Waiting for the next day. That's an important idea. Wanting to go to sleep because of worse performance. That is the improved productivity if tired. Feeling that I have excess energy. Is that a goal? Kind of, yes. So, feeling that I have excess energy. When when conscious and thinking in general level, feel relaxed and feel the extra energy. So it should feel like I'm not pushing myself to my limits, but I have always, everything I do is easy. So I'm fully relaxed. And then feel the energy that if I think about creating or scheduling an empty time slot, feel that it's not required where particular, meaning that if I decided that, hey, for the next hour I'm not gonna do anything, it doesn't feel that I shouldn't feel like I'm behind, that I can't take a break. So being able to take a break with ease. Of course, not take a month vacation suddenly, but an hour, 15 minutes should feel that I know where I'm doing, how much I'm working. I know my resources, my energy levels. and there's always some extra, that I'm always leaving some extra to the table. This is not in any high priority, but I'm fully okay to feel like I'm grinding right now and crying, feeling I'm on top of my life. That's the same. Knowing what I wanted to think about if I had the time, even 10 seconds, that won't be a problem. It's that schedule priority. Wanting to use, I like to see the bigger picture. Also, that's the schedule priority. Being happy and excited because I have too many things I want to do. I'm already maybe not excited all the time. I would say I'm excited. So that has happened. I'm aware often that I could be more productive and energetic. That's the improved productivity if tired, and also scheduling priority. Constantly making boring work exciting. That one task. If the timer know what the value is, the next one could be, hey, I think that excitement I will come back to, because right now it sort of works already. I don't need to sell that or develop it. I don't need to have it on in vision, because yes, I am excited. I will come back to it if I feel that I have worked or everything else already is working. Then keep going after every step back. Am I not going out? Keep going. I guess this is just increasing the tempo, but also connecting the tasks, the areas of my life to my life's bigger vision. So knowing what I do, why I do them. But if I don't feel the deep motivation, then I don't need to do anything. But because I do feel that this is not necessary, I will find the balance of the greatest output and value, switching between selected different type of work. That is improve productivity if tired, change the task. I know this. I'm able to quickly switch between ideas and choose where to focus on. That's the one mode. And increasing the tempo, clock rate. I know what my target is easily, the scheduling priority, and also know what the value is in each of the tasks. I'm able to change the speed of my thoughts. That will be on one task, making it even more efficiently. Also one mode, both of them cover the same idea, and improve productivity if tired, so increase excitement level. Nice. It feels so good to delete notes. Vision, helper of humanity. Right. Right. Help anyone personally if I have the time. Help shape the world to make it better. I will leave it here. Maybe. Where should it go? Vision. It is the higher vision. I just realized I have life motivation here. I could put maybe put it there. Just for now, it's fine. The scenario. I'm tired, I don't feel strong excitement towards life work. Today I'd like to sleep or not think about the plan, just go with habits. Yes, that is the problem. How I learn. How do I learn? I don't have a clear enough goal when trying to learn. Know what the value is. What to change. Instead of focusing primarily on the topic itself, focus on the control. Focus on the value. The control is nothing well. Large plan, value, sub goals, value, first glance. That feels tiredness, that I would be more too tired. So raising the excitement level. If I need to manually think that, hey, I should take first a quick glance if I'm too tired to tackle the issue. Also one mode, there never should be even need to warm up to some idea. It's always open. I can just continue. Ask questions. How do I reach the goal? Should I use some other source or tool? Stupid questions. Feynman technique. Can I teach what I just learned? Create a scenario where someone asks or expects my answer. That will depend on the task, but as I said, I will come back to how to make it more efficient. Instead of focusing primarily on the topic, instead of focusing on control. Just not gonna even think what that meant. I forgot to use it. Is that a problem? No. The problem is not that, because the first problem is I don't have a schedule. If I had a schedule, I would start the schedule or follow the schedule, and then one task, use timer, know what the value is. Then if I don't use the I have failed, but it feels difficult to use. The example then means create a page. Yes, well, know what the schedule is. Why would I want to create a page? And then am I too tired? So increase the excitement levels. The current self-development targets are quite good. I like them. Is there any reason ever not to open use it? I feel tired. That first of all is not necessary anymore. Is there a way to fix this, make it easier to use? Maybe. Sure. What could be a reason to use it so that I could always... What? What could be a reason to use it so that I could always use it? AI. How do I use AI currently? Is this the last? Oh. Okay. AI in the vision. This is about inside the task when I work. It's fine. It's fine to leave it. Let's see. AI. How do I use AI currently? What could I think at the moment being the ultimate way to leverage AI also in the future? This is the plan. Asking about anything in a separate window. Why don't I have this in AI? It does need to be in vision. Wait. Why do I have it here? I have the life work and I have AI. Should have it there. Tiers of AI use, whole code specific strengths. I will just put it there. This has nothing to do with my life's bigger vision. So let's do this. I can close those. What? I didn't know that. That's good. Okay. So that ends it. Nice. Clean, 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 clean. Start. Immediately when this ended. No, I thought about cleaning that to do, but it doesn't matter. So now following this, first of all, let's go here. Improving productivity. There I cleaned the clean obsidian nodes. Vision and self. Right. Start scheduling my life. (2:30 p.m.) Getting a little tired. Taking a nap is an option. Because I will use the IRAC for this, there's no need to keep that. Those notes there and wearing the headset all the time. LinkedIn connection. Oh. Front-end developer. Mutual connections. Not many of them. Or none of them I know that well. Wait. Okay. Mm. If I take a nap, then I will eat, go outside, buy some groceries. Then I will come back to make another stream, and I'm not going to schedule that detailed. But yeah, take a nap, go buy groceries, eat, start the stream maybe around 5.
4:30. So in 2 hours, somewhere there. Then update the to-do. That's important. I need that for scheduling. There might be some things I need to do, but I have just forgotten. Communication also, if you have forgotten to contact someone, message them, make a plan to go over the administrative life management. And then maybe around 9 I can work on the gamified politics with the combination of these smaller tasks like Chinese and Arabic at least, and communication. How does this feel like? Today will be spent on taking control, it feels right, yes, and I need this. And the nap is for being able to use iRock more efficiently. I noticed that if I didn't keep talking, then I would just start sleeping immediately. That's a good plan. That's a good plan. So none of these happened on this stream, but I can just transfer them to the next one. Update to do drawing, business received. Just gonna delete them. I'm very happy about this. Yes. Having cleaner Obsidian overall, and yes, it's such a good thing. So needed. Where's my terminal? What? Terminal. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to change or create. Just quick, this doesn't take bars. So alias life work life cd
Wait, what? D. Not C, but D. Okay. I will probably automate this. In 45. Okay, that was quick. Good, nice. The stream notes, I might change the directory. Just delete that and create a new one. Although then I would have them stored, but